Okay.
All right, we're back. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? We definitely don't know what we're doing, but we're going to act like we do.
Yes.
All right, so for this episode, we're just going to be talking about our history with gaming and specifically me and Charlie gaming together cuz I know video games is like a passion for me. It's a passion for him too. So, and a lot of it has to do with Nintendo stuff. So, if you like Nintendo, welcome. So
You
we were gonna
go.
start off by talking about the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
You
What a
want to
night.
kick us
What a
off?
night. Sure. It was a fun night. Started off with it was a friend of ours' birthday party on the day. This was a lot of actually let's go into even more background. First off, Tommy and I, we were really excited for it. We had this thing where we would just like randomly look at each other and be like, 300 days. I don't think it started like with like 30 days or something like that. But then we were like counting down the days every single day. We said like 5 times a day. It was really funny. And then we day came and it was a friend of ours' birthday. Not his birthday party, but same thing. Um, so do we do laser tag first or do we play Smash Bros first?
I think we played Smash Bros. First. So first of all, I'm gonna name drop. It was our friend Connor, good friend of ours.
Yeah,
Um, he was gonna his birthday was coming up, and he's just like, "Hey,
birthday already happened.
my birthday is around that time. We should hang out after school and then go do laser tag." And we were just like, all right, cool. So that we were in middle school at the time. So
Yeah,
bell rang, we all met up somewhere, and then we walked to I think it was my mom's van, and we all got in my mom's van, and
yeah,
she took us to my house. We went down in the basement and booted up the game, and we were just so excited, just starting out the game, and I didn't have any characters unlocked because the game literally came out at just that day. So we were
like
super
the night
excited.
before with Japanese time. But yeah,
Right, right, right. So yeah, we booted up the console, started up the game, and the iconic music, just ba 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 ba. It was just so
yeah,
exciting. I
which
can't
wasn't
even
iconic at the
remember.
time. Come to
It
think of
was
it.
iconic. I think I can't even remember who everyone played. I know Connor, I think he played Fox for the first game.
Yeah, because Connor was Fox, right? We had
Yeah.
a YouTube channel we wanted to start called Star Fox News. Connor was Fox, I was Falco, and Tommy was
I was Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah. So anyways, I can't remember. There was definitely someone playing Link. Maybe even
That was
I
me.
think you played Link, yeah.
And
You
then
you you played
our
Link.
other
I think I was playing Mario. I can't even
yeah
remember.
our other friend would only play the blonde-haired characters though, because he had long blonde
Oh
hair.
yeah, we would call leading up to the release, we would get so excited. I remember that week when they revealed Simon Belmont, and it was just super exciting, and this friend of ours had long blonde hair. So
Yeah.
then we kind of had an inside joke where we would just start calling him Simon. We were all in the same science class. I remember one day where we were just talking about the game, and our teacher walks up, and he's just like, "Hey, can you guys get back to work?" And we're he called out our friend by name, and we're just like, "Actually, that's not his name anymore. You need to call him Simon." And and the teacher was just like, "All right, Simon, get back to work." Even
I think
to
his
this
name
day,
is
we'll
still
call
Simon
him
in my
Simon.
contacts.
Yeah. See? Exactly. Really cool dude. So anyways, yeah. I remember when we were playing, and Connor was playing Fox, and he got the Smash Ball for the first time, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, it's tank time, baby." And then he
I was the
activates it,
tank.
and it's just a bunch of ships instead,
Yeah.
and it shows the cutscene, and he's just like, What is this?" And he's just absolutely mesmerized by what's going on the screen.
Yeah.
It was just super fun. Or how we unlocked Zelda,
Mm.
I think. And
We thought that her thing was so overpowered.
yeah, like her like Final Smash, it was just so cool, and we were just so excited. I can't remember. I think it was like we like Marth came up on the screen, and Connor won the last game, and I was just like, "Oh, yo, just hand me the controller. This is the character I like actually really want to play." And he's just like, "No, no, no, I got this." And then he dies, and I'm just
Yeah,
like, "Oh, so much for that." And then we just go back to playing.
it was such a fun night.
Oh yeah, and then like after that, we went to laser tag, had fun
Yeah,
with that. Connor's parents gave everyone a ride home, and then actually, you were just like, "Hey, let me just ask my parents if I could spend the night at your house."
yeah.
And I was just like, "Yeah, go for it." So then you came back to my house, and we brought the Switch into my room. I didn't have a TV in my room, so we just like set up the Switch like by the bed at an angle where we could like both see it. And we were just like laying down like in front of like the Switch, and we just like played the game like all night. I can't remember if it was like an all-nighter, but we would
I
just
don't think we
play and
stayed up all
like,
night. We went to bed eventually.
did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even remember. It like feels so long since the game has come out.
I mean, it has been so long.
That's
What?
just such a core memory for me though. Just like
Yeah,
staying up late and like just like getting excited every time we like saw a new character show up on the
yeah.
screen. It's just such a legendary game.
So good.
It's like if I had like a couple games that I always go back to, Smash Ultimate is always going to be there.
For sure.
Yeah. Anywho, speaking of, Charlie spending the night at my house playing Switch
Oh,
games.
no.
Yeah. We both had like Switches growing up. And
I wouldn't. Yeah.
there's this like I remember like I went to GameStop and I had money to spend and I'm just like, huh. I saw Xenoblade 2 and I'm just like, oh, Shulk's from Smash Bros, and Nintendo promotes this game a lot, so I guess I'll get it. So I bought the game. Actually, I don't even think I got it from GameStop. I think I got the game from a place called Trade a Game that's like closed now.
Oh, I
But
missed that.
anyways,
That
yeah,
was my childhood.
I got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and then I got like they made like a prequel to it, like called
Mm.
like The Golden Country or whatever. So I had like two like essentially like two copies of the same game, right? So then that's when like you came over, you brought your Switch, you spent the night, and I was just playing like this game, and I'm just like, hey, why don't you give it a shot since I have a a copy of the prequel right here? So I like
Yeah.
handed it to you, right? And I was expecting you to pick up.
Oh, yeah. After that, we played for a while. It was a fun game. I had a lot of fun. Uh, During the night, it was pretty late. I was tired. I was like resting my head for a second, and my Switch like slides off my hand, and his bed is like it's like a half inch of space between the head of his bed and the wall, and my Switch just falls in there. I wasn't too worried about it. I pick it up, and I go to start playing, and the Joy-Con feels weird, and I go turn on the light, and it had hit like the what's it called? Um, I don't know what it's called, but like the bottom of the wall where like the little lip thing is, it hit that and like completely smashed off the entire Joy-Con.
Right. I
And
remember just being like so worried in that moment, and
I was
like it like
terrified.
hit the
Yeah.
floor, and you're just like, don't worry about it. It happens. And then you pick it up, and you're just like,
That was um that
I
was not a
think I
fun
sent
moment
you
for
home
me.
with my Joy Cons that night, and
Yeah. I never did even replace that Joy-Con. I just use my Pro controller to this day.
you just got to go to the store and pick up some Joy Cons, dude.
Yeah. That was a fun night though. Besides that one.
Yeah,
I don't even remember anything about Xenoblade. I just remember
like
that
yeah,
moment.
I like was really into the game for a while, and I never beat the game. I guess
Mm.
I really had like I like swore to myself I'd never like do this again, but I would like take games, like whether I'd be playing them or not, and like trade them into stores for like in-game currency.
Uh-huh.
And I've like regretted doing that so many times, and to the point where I just like had to stop because like I'm just like I miss this game, but like
Yeah.
it's $60 and I don't want to buy it back for that much. It's sad, you know. But if Xenoblade 2 like goes on sale again, I wouldn't mind buying it and maybe actually completing the game.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other games that I like sold too. Like you remember Arms?
Oh yeah.
Arms, yeah.
That game never did well.
It did not, but it was pretty fun to play with friends.
Yeah.
I sold that game for money, and you know, I wish I had it. Like when I get together with friends, it'd be a fun game to play. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Arms.
Was an interesting game. I only
Yeah,
ever had the demo, I remember.
it was a very unique idea.
Yeah.
So good on Nintendo.
Mhm.
Anywho, moving
Anywho,
on topics.
yeah. So growing up, not growing up, one Christmas, I believe, I got either that or I bought it, I'm not entirely sure, but I got one of those like SNESs that has like 300 games on it, which it really doesn't. It has like 30 games 10 times, which I found funny. But one of those games on it was Dig Dug. And like almost literally every day after school, Tommy would come over and it was our tradition that we had to start by playing, or we had to play Dig Dug at some point when he was over. So we'd play Dig Dug for like 30 minutes, then we'd play like Smash Bros. Or something. It was
Right. That's what
quite
I
the fun time.
remember. It would like always start with Dig Dug, and
Yeah,
then that tradition didn't last very long.
it
But
did.
like it was around the time of like it was around the time of Smash Bros, right?
Yeah.
I like we would hang out like every weekend and just play Smash
Hmm.
Bros. It was so fun.
Such a good time.
Anywho, man, Dig Dug was fun, but
Yeah.
you know, we had our priorities.
Smash Bros was always a priority.
Smash Bros. And playing online with you, it was we had our moments.
We had our moments. We had some good times. Oh,
Good times. All the duos we came up with.
yeah. We had a Ness and Lucas. We had a Simon and Richter. We did. We both played Mega Man for a while. We did a Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. That one was fun.
Oh
Um,
yes.
did we do any others?
Hmm.
Trying to think. Not any like game specific duos, I don't think. I think we
We
might
ever
have
do Mario
tried
and
a
Luigi?
Mario and Luigi. We
Yeah,
might
I
have
don't know.
tried it.
Oh, it's
I
because
don't know.
no, it was Mario and Mario.
We did both do Mario a few times.
Who was that? I remember there was a game we were playing, and I was Snake. Who were you? I
I
think
was
you were Donkey
Lucina.
Kong.
I was
Were you?
Lucina.
Oh, you were
No,
Lucina.
because yeah, I used my ability and I popped their shield, and you go, "I'm gonna get him! I'm gonna get him!" And you go to place it, uh, one of Snake's like mines or whatever, not realizing he already had one, and blew us both up, losing us the game. That was one of the funniest moments I remember of our Smash Bros. Times.
You want to know a secret?
But yeah, I know you did it on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I knew I placed my mine. It was for the trolling.
Yeah.
Hey, but we remember it to this day. So
Yeah.
was it a power move play? Probably.
I mean, if I had just killed them and won, I wouldn't remember
We wouldn't
that.
be
I mean,
talking about this, right?
no.
Super cool. I remember I got the game Human Fall Flat on my Switch,
Yes.
and I think I went over to your house one weekend, and we were just like, you know what, Smash Bros is cool, but I think we need like a change of pace. So I whipped out Human Fall Flat, and we started playing it. I thought it was an okay game, like it was just a fun game to mess around with. But you practically fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It
But it
got
was one
like
of those games. a lot of times what happens with games with me is I get really into them for a few months and then just like stop playing them. But Human Fall Flat was such a fun game. Um, Finding the mechanics, it's just an interesting game like to play. It does get boring pretty quickly though, but like there's some fun things you can do, like where you can just. There was a friend of mine, Connor. We There's like a certain area on the map where like if you jumped onto a certain thing at a certain time, it would like the character would like completely bug out, and we would sit there and mess with that for like hours. It was be fun to so funny.
See, yeah, that sounds fun. It doesn't sound like it's fun enough to do for like hours. Okay,
It might not have been hours,
it
but it
got
was like at
so
least
annoying.
like.
You would just come to my house and you'd be like, "Want to play Human Fall Flat? Want to play Human Fall Flat?" It got so
Yeah,
annoying to the point where I just deleted the game.
I remember that. Yeah.
Please go back to Smash Bros. Just get out of my face.
Yeah. What a game.
Yeah, I mean, if I get a capture card, bring back the YouTube channel. We could play it on that, just not for a
Yeah.
couple hours. Maybe for like maybe for like an hour or
Yeah.
two, but
Mhm.
not like 4.
Yeah.
Anyways, do we have any like gaming accomplishments? I guess I'm trying to transition, and I'm not very good at it. But I wanted to
Accomplished.
talk about like Mario 3D World and the Switch version specifically.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I'm gonna go back, rewind. I had a friend in grade school, and I would go to his house sometimes. I didn't really have many friends, so when I'd go to his house, it was like magical. But anyways, we would like play his Wii U because I was just a huge like Nintendo like fan. I loved like Nintendo games. And Mario 3D World was like the newest Mario game on the Wii U. So we would play that, and that's how I got introduced to the game, and just it was just really cool to see how much of a step up it was from like Mario, like the Mario Bros. Wii. And like just like being able to play in 3D, it was just such a game changer for me, I guess. And seeing that you could play as like Princess Peach was just so like cool to me in a way.
yeah.
And he also had Rosalina. So if you get far enough into the game, you unlock Rosalina as a playable character, and
It's
she's
not
from
even
like
getting
Mario
far
Galaxy.
enough. Don't you also have to get every top flag and every star to unlock Rosalina?
You know, I can't exactly remember.
I don't know because the only run throughs I've had of the game, I've only ran through it once, and that was when me and you we got every flag and every top star in like the main game.
Right. So I don't think I've ever like unlocked Rosalina except for that point.
Hmm.
Cause like I went to this friend's house and he already had Rosalina and I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, that's how I got introduced to the game. How did you get introduced to it?
Um, I think we just got it and played it. Like I hadn't seen a ton of stuff on it, but
Right. You didn't have a Wii U, right? In your
no,
household?
not until I
Right.
started playing on the Switch. That's when I started
So
playing
you
it.
went like you had GameCube, Wii, and then Switch.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
For
you're not
Nintendo
missing much.
wise. Yeah.
So, anyways, I love the Switch. I grew up with it, and not
Yeah.
the Switch, Wii U. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, the Switch version came out, and I can't remember. Did you like get it on your birthday?
I don't remember either,
I think
honestly, but we got like the version that had like the Bowser's Fury as well.
yeah,
Um,
like I think you like like spent like we were having like your birthday party, and you
Sounds
got
about
like
right.
enough money and like eShop cards to
I
like
think
buy
you're
the whole
right.
game.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how about you get this game? It's brand new, and you're just like, all right. So then you bought it.
Yeah. And then we played
And
it a
we
ton
played it a
together.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like we did like the first map and I'm just like, what are you doing? And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
And I was just like, you have to get all the stars, you have to get top flag. And I'm like, what are you doing? You gotta unlock all like the secret like endings and
Yeah.
everything. and you're just like, fine. So then that's what we did.
Yeah,
We never like actually like fully completed the game, but like we got all the way to
we beat the base
Bowser,
game.
I think, right?
Yeah, we beat the
We
base
beat the
game
base game
and
and
unlocked
like with
Rosalina.
all like yeah, all stars, all flags. We got Rosalina, and then it was like the very secret ending. I think it was like a boss rush or something. And didn't you say apparently you needed like all the stamps too?
Well, yeah, we got stuck on a level for a while, and then like we kind of just stopped playing after that. And I kind of would play it every once in a while, and eventually got past it with all the stars and everything. And
Uh
then um, I got to like the last level, which you need all the stamps for, which we did. Definitely didn't collect every stamp, and so yeah, eventually we'll go back and get them all
eventually.
someday,
That was a huge
hopefully.
bummer.
Yeah, I remember there was one level where like there's it was like a level with like a bunch of swings, and we were stuck so long on that level trying to get the top flag, and there was so many times where we jump off the swing and just jump into the abyss and die, and we took literally forever trying to get that. I don't know
Right,
if you remember
and
that or not.
I think I can't remember like one of us was really like really speed. We were just trying to get through the game really fast.
Yeah.
So you would keep like playing Blue Toad, I think, and like Blue Toad is faster than like all
Well,
the other
no,
characters. So
we
that
never.
just got
I
really
remember
repetitive and annoying.
we always. It wasn't that we would keep playing it. We would always want Blue Toad because we would always click random before we started, so the characters we played, we didn't know who they were.
Oh. Well, no, I was getting to that. Like you would just play Blue Toad, so I would just start pressing like shuffle and
I'm pretty sure we did that from the
we
beginning.
would just get random characters.
But it came to a point where we like got cat suits and then got to the end of the level and just climbed to the top of the flagpole.
Pretty much. We had the
Yeah,
strats, man.
we did.
We were on a whole nother level with that.
Hmm. For a while. And then you look at like speedrunners of games like that, and it's just like, holy cow! I don't know. I don't know how that's possible, man.
Just like I'm
There's some
just
crazy
sitting at
things
my
you can do in
desk.
3D World.
How are you doing that? You know, you're the only reason why I never bought that game on Switch. Not in a bad way. It's just that, like, oh, I've already played through this game with
Yeah.
Charlie, so I don't need to buy it. You know.
Hmm. Makes sense.
Mm.
It's a fun game
All
though.
right. It was. Do you want to talk about Zelda? Because we're both like huge like Zelda dorks, so
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a fun thing to talk about. Do you want to talk about how you got introduced to the series, or
Sure.
what's up?
For me, I kind of always grew up with Zelda games. Like I remember going to my grandparents and messing around like on a completed file of Ocarina of Time and stuff like that. But the biggest Zelda game in my childhood was by far Twilight Princess, which I got pretty far in until I would play it all the time. Uh, until my brother he would go back and forth between his mom's and my parents' house, and he had a GameCube there and would bring our memory card back and forth. This was my older brother, and one day he lost it. And so we had an extra memory card, but it was like a decent
Right.
amount back than how where I was in the game. And so I kind of lost motivation to play it for like a few years. And then like in high school one time I went to pick it up and played it a bit, got a bit farther. And then of course my little brother's like, "Yeah, I want to play this too." And so I start him up on a file and it was like my turn to play again or something. So I go to save for him and then accidentally save over my own save data. And then I just basically gave up on the game. And by this time, Breath of the Wild had came out, and that was pretty much. I loved that. It's such a good game. Um, Tommy and I would also play that game a lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Did you ever even get all the shrines? I know you wanted me to help you get all of them, but I don't think you ever did.
You know, I will neither confirm or deny that, but I do have a lot of hours on the game.
Same, same. I haven't played the new one as much, but I think it's just such a good game. I kind of want to get back into it, but I don't currently have a copy of it because my siblings can't keep anything. But yeah,
Right? Gosh, the whole like taking turns on consoles. I would do
yeah,
the same. I did. The huge
uh-huh.
game changer for me when it came to Zelda was Skyward Sword, right?
Oh yeah, that was. I played that one a bit.
Yeah. So for me, I also I'm a pretty like I'm lower on like the sibling ladder. So my older siblings were also like really into Zelda, right? And I would just like I have memories of like watching my older siblings like play like Twilight Princess, you know? But then they like finished the game and they like sold it or whatever, so I never like got to play that one. So the new one came out, Skyward Sword, that was the newest Zelda game, and they got it and my older brother would like play through it and I would like just watch him from time to time, but he would do a lot of the grinding like while I wasn't watching, of course. But there was just I don't even remember how old I was, but I was just like, well, now it's my time to shine. So I picked up the game and I started my own like profile on it and I started playing like through the game. Absolutely just like fell in love with it. And I remember I would have like my parents would give me like 2 sessions of like 30-minute play times a day and
Yeah,
I would like spend both of those just like playing the game, but like it's like super tough. Like those games like take like a lot of hours to beat and
yeah,
when you only have like 30 minutes to play, it's tough to like stay on top of that, I guess.
it really is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got like I don't even think I got that far. I think I did like the first half of the game and then I never finished it. And then I started getting into other Zelda games like Twilight Princess. I would play that on
Hmm.
my Wii. Went to trade a game, bought Twilight Princess, brought it back. Played that game a lot. It was kind of freaky to me though, because like it's a lot
Yeah,
darker compared to the other
definitely a
games.
darker Zelda game.
Hmm. Maybe I should have got Wind Waker instead. Anyways, um, I would play
Such
Twilight
a beautiful game.
Princess, and I got to this point in the game where how do I describe it? It's like you're in like a horse carriage, I think, and you have to like
Hmm.
stop like what are they? What were the like the mobs called in that game?
I
The
think they were like
bokoblins, the
bokoblins. Yeah.
goblins. Yeah. So you had to like stop them from like destroying like what you were riding on,
Yeah, I remember that
and
part.
then yeah, I beat that part, and then my console would like have an error, and it'd be like we cannot read the disk. Please eject it.
Oh no.
So then every time I'd boot up the game, I would get that message, and I'm just like, well, dang it, I can't play
Yeah.
this game anymore because the trade a game ripping me off. Anyways, that was my Twilight Princess experience. Um,
Yeah.
Another big memory for me was I had a 3DS. Growing up, it was the first thing I ever saved up my money to buy on my own was a 3DS XL. And there was a new port of a Zelda game coming out. It was Majora's Mask, of course. And I wanted that like so bad. I think it was at to the point where my whole family was annoyed by me like talking about it. So then my older brother's just like, "Tell you what, I I'm thinking about getting the game. Would you let me play it on your 3DS if I were to let you play the game?" And I was just like, "Yes, yes, 100 times yes." So he's just like, "All right." So then I one day I like came back from school and he's just like, "Guess what?" And he shows me like the copy of the game and I was just like so excited. I played that game so much and I got to the point where I had all the masks in the game except for two.
Huh.
And like the two masks were like the Fierce Steady mask, which you can only get by getting all the masks in the game. And then I forgot what it's called, but like it's like a side quest like mask. It's called like the Lover's Mask or something
Uh-huh.
along that line. And you would get it by like helping like this dude with like a fox mask like reveal himself to like his wife or something. Like something happened to him and he like became younger. So like he's just like I can't look her in the eyes because I'm a kid now.
Oh,
So there was just something I had to do there, and I just could not beat that side quest for whatever reason. I just got stuck, and I would do it over and over and over again, and I just couldn't do it. At this point, I haven't even beaten the game because I wanted to like get all the masks before I finally just completed it,
yeah.
and I couldn't complete it, and it was at the point where it was just getting frustrating. And I wasn't even on like YouTube at the time. I was too young. I couldn't like look up guides or anything. So I think I just ended up giving it up. Whoop. That was my experience with Majora's Mask, though. So yeah, of course, I also like played other games. Like later, I got Ocarina of Time on 3DS and got all the way to the Shadow Temple. Got stuck again. Never played Wind Waker. Um,
Played a bit
but
of it.
then Breath of the Wild came out, and that kind of changed the picture for the whole franchise.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to talk about that a bit? I've been talking for a while.
Yeah,
I can go off sometimes like that.
it's all good. I actually had to deal with something real quick, but um, I don't know. It's just such an amazing game. I don't even remember the first time I played it. I remember getting it though. It was Christmas of 2019 probably, or 2018, one of the two, probably 2018. But I really wanted a Switch that year, and my mom got me that with Mario Kart and Zelda, and we played it all the time. Like I would just play it for like hours on end. Usually not too long because we had that like, only play for this long when we were younger.
Right.
But it was just like such a nostalgic game. I didn't get into like yeah a while after it came out, but it was still like it was definitely a game changer when it comes to Zelda games because I think was Twilight Princess the most recent one before that? I don't know, but
No,
it
Skyward
was
Sword.
Skyward Sword. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Definitely a game changer with the open world aspect. Um, and then yeah, I beat it and then like kind of stopped playing it for a while, and then I got like all the shrines. I never did 100% it just because the 900 Corax was always super daunting to me, so I never really
Yikes. I
tried very
know,
hard.
right? Why on earth would they put that many seeds in the game?
They put more in Tears of the Kingdom.
Don't get
I
me
think there's a
started on
thousand
that.
in that one.
Yikes, Nintendo. I mean,
Hmm.
like, super fun game, 10 out of 10,
Yeah,
but like, too many Korok seeds.
yeah. I'm pretty sure like the world record for 100% speedrunning is like 19 hours.
That's crazy. I can't
I don't know
even.
how people can sit down and do that. It's
100% the
insane.
game.
Hmm.
That's crazy. You got some
Yeah.
committed players.
Hmm.
Anywho, yeah. I think I got introduced to the game in right before middle school, I think. I went to GameStop and I was just like, "Oh, this is the new Zelda game."
Hmm.
Um, I had a Wii U at the time, not a Switch, so I played it on my Wii U. Fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Like, bought the DLC, played the DLC. Super,
Well,
super
DLC was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, but then around Christmas, I think it was the same Christmas that you got your Switch. I also got mine.
I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah, and I also got like the Switch version of Breath of the Wild. But
Uh-huh.
instead of Mario Kart, I actually got a Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mario Odyssey was super fun.
That was such a fun game.
But yeah,
I remember you were
Zelda.
like, I'm gonna give you Mario Odyssey and you can have it until you beat it. And then I remember I had beaten it before I even left your house that day.
I completely forgot about that, but that
Yeah.
sounds about right. It,
But you're like, yeah, you can have it for a bit anyways, so your siblings can play it and stuff. But that was a fun game. It's just I feel like with a lot of games, they don't have like big Nintendo games, they don't always have a ton of replayability. feel like Breath of the Wild had a decent amount, but like Mario Odyssey, I just didn't find much motivation after I had gotten through most of the game to keep
Right,
playing.
right. And that's like we were talking about earlier, like one of those games where you just like, oh, you don't have to buy it since like
Yeah.
you had a friend who had it and you just played
Hmm.
it so much.
Yeah.
Super super fun. Mario and Zelda all the way,
All the way. Yeah, I
and
just
of course,
basically just grew up on Nintendo
yeah, that
because my
sounds about right.
parents were like very strict on like what kind of games we can play.
Oh right, like my parents wouldn't even like let me like play or like watch like Pokemon, and like
Yeah, for a while they didn't love that, but they seem okay
me and
with
my
it now, of
siblings just
course.
did not understand that.
When
I
I
had
was when
very
I
strict
was
parents.
into Pokemon, my parents cared a lot. But now that my siblings are into it, they don't care, which is
That's pretty much
the
how it goes.
classic thing how it goes.
Yeah, super strict with your older siblings, and then they get to you, they just stop caring as much.
Yeah.
And of course, Tears of the Kingdom. How
Hmm.
long has that been out now?
A few months. I want to say 3,
Yeah, it's got to be more than 3. I want to say like 6 months now.
3 or 4. 4, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I remember. I pre-ordered the game, and I went to GameStop, and
Hmm.
then I was like trying to talk to you and Cole because like you both like really love Zelda as much as I do, and I'm just like I'm in line, I'm so excited,
Uh-huh.
and like it's past 9, and you guys are like playing the game because you like ordered it online,
Yeah.
and I'm just like still in the line, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? I wasn't invited.
I mean, you it's
So,
because you ordered a hard copy, but that was
well,
such a
yeah,
funny
I
night
like
because
collecting like hard copies of games. Fight
I
me.
don't because my siblings lose them. But I was supposed to work that night and I showed up to work and I was like kind of talking to one of my managers. I'm like, "What are the chances you get me off tonight?" And he's like, "Actually, that's kind of a possibility because we have a lot of people tonight." And yeah, they let me off at like 7 and I texted Cole and I'm just like, "Okay, let's hang out. We're gonna play it when it comes out." And so I go over to his house and we're just like playing games, just like waiting for 9 o'clock to hit because that's when it hits midnight or whenever like it was supposed to come out. I think that's midnight in Japan. That doesn't sound right. Or whenever came out, it came out. But yeah, we were just like building up to that moment and then just playing it.
Yeah,
And we had this
the
like
build up
unspoken competition where we're like
without
both
me.
trying to see who can get farther because you were in line. You apparently
I
saw
got
one of our
farther.
old
I beat
student
the game
teachers there.
before both of you, and you know what? That makes me better than you.
Sure. Yeah, it's because you brought it to school and played it in school. Wait, I think I did too, actually. You definitely
Yeah.
had more time than I did
Well, it
because
was
you
it
didn't have
was
much
the
work.
end of like the school year, so like
Yeah, we were both
I,
like,
I had a lot of free time. So
hmm.
bring my Switch.
And then we went to Canada, and that was like a 10-hour bus ride. So I beat it there, and then also got like all the memories and beat it again for like the true ending, and that was fun.
Oh right, I actually I beat it in fifth period at school. We both beat the game in the most random
Yeah,
places. That's what's cool about a Switch.
yeah,
But I remember my friend Kai,
oh
he
yeah.
was a year younger than us. He was a junior at the time.
Wasn't
I
that
remember
sixth
we went
period?
to like yeah, we went to like a state trip and yeah, it was like the end of fifth period, beginning of sixth period, and
Yeah.
my classes were in the same, you know, room, so I didn't have to leave. But like during passing period, I was like watching the final cutscene, and then Kai walks in. He was my partner for like a state competition, and he lent me the Link's Awakening on the Switch because I've always wanted that game, but like there's no way you're tricking me into spending $60 for it, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like, just don't forget to give it when we get back home, and I forgot to give it back. So he doesn't even have the same like and like any classes with me, and he walks in and he's just like, "Hey, where's my game at?" And I was just like, spoiler, and I like shoved like the switch in his face, and he's
Yeah.
just like watching the ending, and he's just like, "Ah, screw you," and then he leaves.
I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a very like, I love the game. I love Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
It was a very stressful like time for it to come out though, just because we were seniors in high school and
Hmm.
we were just getting ready to like leave, and the game came out, and I'm just like, well,
Yeah.
what do I do? Do I be responsible and finish up my schoolwork, or
Or
do
do I
I
play
play
Zelda?
this game that I love? And
Yeah.
the truth was, you just had to make time for both of it, whether you got sleep or not.
Yeah. Oh, it was such a good game.
Yeah,
I
if
still
we came
think
on today, oh, go ahead.
I still think Breath of the Wild, I think I like it better, but Tears of the Kingdom is also amazing.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of like a time where we got like in an argument. I think you were like driving somewhere, and I was just like, let's face it, Tears of the Kingdom is pretty much just the same game, but like with DLC. They just tricked us into spending $70, and you were actually getting upset with me, and I'm just like, yo, I'm joking.
Well, what I was saying is it's I mean, it's kind of the whole point of the game.
Being a
But
sequel.
yeah.
Well, I just wish like I don't know. It was still a cool game.
Yeah.
I like Breath of the Wild more, and I'm probably a little biased,
Hmm.
but Tears of the Kingdom, it's still like super super cool.
Yeah.
It just, felt like they could have done some things to just make it like a little more different, I
I
guess.
guess so.
Whew. Feels like you're just 100%ing the same game.
Yeah.
Actually, no, no, no. When you edit this, cut that out. Cut it.
Why?
I don't want to, say anything controversial like that. Anywho, yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for
Yeah.
the episode. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Not really.
Yeah, no, we got a lot done today.
Yeah.
As you could tell, we love video games. We love Nintendo, Zelda,
Oh yeah.
and yeah. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, thank you.
I'm
We
impressed.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And have a good week. Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.